to the channel, fool. If you missed last week's episodes, this recap is for you. So don't forget to share, like, and subscribe if you like videos like this.
There was this documentary that was dropped about the House of 200 Demons. So in 2014, Zach Bagans purchased this house, right?
Yeah, okay.
And he decided he was gonna investigate it. Obviously, you know, bro does that. But one specific thing that happened to Zach Bagans changed his whole life forever, bro.
What?
You see how he like locks himself
Into the place till dusk until dawn?
So he barricaded himself inside the house.
Oh, nah,
In the
okay.
house. And when he did that, this is what happened to him. Well, you saw the shadow, right?
Yeah.
So before he didn't wear glasses, after he saw that shadowy figure, he felt something in his eyes. So he ended up developing some sort of like condition that happened out of nowhere. The doctors can't even explain how he got it, but it made him see double vision and up his eyes, bro. And the only way that they could have possibly fixed it was with surgery. But if they did it, it could have led to him being blind. So now he has to wear prism glasses in order for him to see normal.
I never knew that.
And it was because he saw that figure. Could have been the devil or something, bro.
I never knew that.
And I claim no negative energy from this video.
What's that sound? Can you hear it? From over there.
And who else wasn't prepared?
You've seen it, the Where Are You Now music video by Justin Bieber?
No, I haven't.
Really?
No.
What? The one with all the graffiti in the back?
No.
I'll show it to you. I'll show it to you. But fam, the whole time there was subliminal messages when Justin Bieber was rapping, right?
Mhm.
And there was ones like aliens are real, Masonic symbols, Illuminati is real, believe in the devil.
What?
Fam,
All in there?
Yeah, so there was one moment in the music video where he's like rapping, right?
Yeah.
And then it goes, where are you now that you and then when that thing goes off, there's a bunch of art just flashing.
Yeah.
So once you slow down the video frame by frame,
Throw
the
subliminals
yeah, so they're trying to push a message. I'll show you. There's no way you haven't seen it.
No, I haven't.
What? Okay, even by the thing, watch. Boom.
I know the song.
Yeah, so right there.
Oh.
So you stop.
So it's all
Yeah.
Yo, of course
You-
they're hiding in that,
Look,
bro.
aliens.
What?
Aliens are the devil. There's Jesus saves, but he's actually the thing.
Whoa.
Look.
Yo, that's deep.
Look, Masonic symbols right there.
What
So Master 22,
the?
like.
Whoa,
Yeah.
that's in there?
Yes. Look, pyramids in the eye.
Nah, that's crazy.
But mans don't slow it down because it's supposed to
why
flash
is that
at
in
you.
this video?
Because Justin, they push Justin to push that agenda. We been knew this. Like, you know what I mean?
Nah, but like, I thought Justin was on the good side.
No,
still.
but that everything, aliens, the pyramids, everything was in there, fam. In that 5-second like art flash.
Do you think Justin sold out?
This isn't just a joke. We're in front of Congress talking about this.
Yeah.
The breakdown of the different UAPs. So there's like the sphere, the orb, and then it says the triangular UAP, arrowhead, and irregular organic, which they said it looks like a brain with arms, like the jellyfish thing.
Yeah.
It's not a one-time occurrence. Like these are all very much reported on. They have footage, thermal, radar, all that stuff. My opinion, they're setting the stage for a potential attack. But what I thought was crazy, remember in 1561 in Nuremberg, Germany?
Yeah, the UFO war.
Well, the UFOs that they described is every single one on this list. The one that stuck out to me the most was the arrowhead one. 1561. Let me just read this from the Nuremberg thing real quick. Quote, many men and women of Nuremberg saw an aerial battle out of the sun, followed by the appearance of a large black triangle object and combatant spheres falling to earth in clouds of smoke. The witnesses observed hundreds of cylinders and other odd-shaped objects that moved erratically overhead. It's the whole list.
Yeah, man.
Dude, that's terrifying.
Do you remember 1561? But seriously, who's gonna remember?
We are hearing from a Garden Grove couple after their house was burglarized on Halloween while they were out trick-or-treating with their daughter.
They say someone followed them from their home and flattened one of their tires to make sure they didn't return home during the break-in.
This is surveillance video of the thieves pushing a 700-pound gun safe to their car right in front of neighbors. believe the thieves were already inside their gated community and then followed them when they left to trick or treat in another neighborhood. After discovering the flat tire, they got a call from their alarm company that their front door had been breached. They tried to check their security cameras, but the thieves had cut power.
Next door neighbor looked at our house and said, "Oh my God, your home is being robbed or burglarized." Oh. And my heart just sank.
You can see someone walking by as thieves are loading the safe into their car. The couple says they also lost jewelry and purses, and the thieves were gone by the time police arrived.
And what about those air tags? Just drop one in a safe.
Okay.
And that's the price you pay to live in a high rise. So make sure you know what you signed for.
Sitting to listen to music, cello.
The Chinese version doesn't look too bad.
This is crazy. God, look at it. That's not a plane. Yeah, it's wild.
Straight out of Star Wars.
When Jay was going after B was a very young woman. Now, I did a Rockaware photo shoot in Colorado, and I think it was during the wintertime of 06 or 07. And Naomi Campbell was there, actress Jamie King was there, Jay was there, B was there, and he rented this house, and we were supposed to do this rap party for this photo shoot. We rented this house, and we were watching LeBron play. And after the game, it had to be like 10 or 11 o'clock. So we getting ready to party. Mind you, it's all adults. There was a 13-year-old or a 14-year-old teenage Latin girl that was there, and I think she had to leave because she had school and she had to do homework, but she brought her mother with her. So it was no funny business going on, which I could respect that. So when 11 o'clock hit, we turned on the music, we started drinking, and then out of nowhere came these young children. I don't know where they came from. For a rap party at 11 o'clock at night, drinking, loud music, and us dancing wild. Like, I don't know where these kids came from. And then I happened to sit down because I was dancing with one of the assistants. And I sat next to this child, and the child sat next to Beyonce. So I hear B say something about, doesn't this look sexy, or isn't this sexy? And in my mind, and mind you, I'm not awakened as I'm awakened now. So in my mind, I'm like, what did she just say? And then I didn't pay no attention to it. And then, you know, obviously the liquor took hold of me and I had to leave. So I said bye to everybody and left. But those kids remained. I don't know if those kids were from the photo shoot themselves, but the fact that these kids came around adults during drinking hours or partying hours was already alarming to me. So when I hear something like this happens, I can't really discount it and say, oh, he could never do this. Because I'm hearing stories, I'm seeing it with my own eyes, and I've been in situations where something don't sound or look right, and it's usually involving children.
He's been speaking out for years.
Ya ves, está parpadeando. Mire, mire, mire. Pobre panda. Bueno, y luego, ¿qué dice?
Luego dice que está ya lista para comer.
No, de veras ya me va a dar mucho asco.
No, o sea, no lo voy a comprar en serio.
Hay esos paquetes ahí iguales listos para
Dije, yo creo que se están echando a perder, o sea, por el color.
que se le empezó a mover.
Mira, ya estiró los piecillos, las patillas. Ya cerró los ojos.
Ya ves, está parpadeando. Mire, mire, mire. Ay, no. Pobre panda. Bueno, y luego acá dice.
Pero dice que está ya lista para comer.
No, de veras ya me va a dar mucho asco.
No, o sea, no la voy a comprar en serio.
Hay unos paquetes ahí iguales.
Poor thing, he needs to breathe.
People say they're not real and they don't exist, but I'll prove you wrong. Look at this. Let me see if I can get a good view. Just gotta look closely. Okay, so yeah, if we look towards the back there, near the bank. Yep, see it there.
So a very cool little fairy village right here. All kinds of little entrances. You can see there's another one there.
God, look at these big ass mosquitoes here. Girl, what the fuck? Big ass
Beautiful or scary? You guys tell me.
This couple splurged on a 5-star resort for their baby moon, but there was something really strange about the place.
This was kind of creepy, but we had this whole entire resort to ourselves. At first, it started as a joke because I started recording on our first day and not seeing anybody but employees. But you can see as the days progress, it starts to freak us out.
Everywhere Cameron and Carly went at the Gran Velas Resort in Cabo San Lucas, Mexico, it was just the two of them.
Things started getting a little creepier as we realized the activities were also by ourselves. So this is our room door. Echo! Cuckoo! How is this place paying for all these lights? How are these fire pits being lit all day, all night for us? Who is paying for all this?
Instead of being bothered by the situation, Cameron and Carly, who live in Utah, leaned into it.
This entire kingdom just for us.
Don't be asking questions unless you want to find out.
The chronovisor was invented by Father Pellegrino Ernetti in the 1950s, an Italian priest who claimed that the device allowed him to see and hear events from the past. Ernetti collaborated with a team of scientists and technicians to build the chronovisor, which allegedly used a complex system of antennas and cathode ray tubes to capture and display historical events. There are claims that it was used to witness the crucifixion of Jesus Christ and the last words of Napoleon Bonaparte. Ernetti's own conflicting accounts of the device's capabilities have cast doubt on its existence. Despite the mystery and skepticism surrounding the chronovisor, its story remains an intriguing part of scientific and technological history. Do you believe the Vatican might be hiding the secret in the shadows?
The Vatican's biggest secret or just a hoax?
Look at this. Look at him spraying. Look at that. Look at that. He is spraying the sky again. Bro, this is crazy, man. Look at this guy. They're spraying the skies. Look, he just sprayed that. This guy just sprayed that.
And I don't think they're spraying mosquitoes.
Okay, legit, I had to like pull over and like, right? There's a bunch of like those weird looking Tesla. I'm gonna zoom in just so you... But the video that I heard was, it was like this girl who was saying like, have you seen any of like the lights flickering or anything like that? And then there was a guy in Jersey who was like, yeah, my apartment car. And listen, I'll let the window down so you can hear. Because when I had like my radio on. There's no sound. Hold on, I'm gonna turn my car off. No sounds. Just cars going off.
Is that the car party going on? This one will always be compelling. And he failed successfully.
So you want to talk about, you've been putting at this the whole time. We started with some alien stuff. We got that into the demonic realm. I think it's really good we covered that. I think that's all, it's all interrelated. So it's, you're doing fine. But you look at some of the alien stuff through the lens of things you've hinted at today, including like the guys like Aleister Crowley. Am I right about that?
Absolutely.
Can you explain that, please?
Yes. So regardless of what faith you are, we all believe in the demonic realm. We believe the devil's real. That's whether you're a Jew, Christian, or Muslim. We have the same bad guy, okay? I explained earlier that that species lived on Earth long before humanity. I explained that they have powers that we don't have, okay? They have certain abilities that we do not have. And we learn most about this from the prophet Solomon, who's also in all three faiths. This is why the Masons, the Illuminated ones, they're always doing rituals with the two pillars, which represent the Solomon's temple. Solomon was a prophet that God gave the power over this dimension and the unseen dimension. We know in science that there's more than one dimension. This is what they say now. All of them say it. There's more than one dimension. My question is, do you not think there might be something living in that dimension? This is where the dangers of technology like CERN, we don't fully understand. I think they may be opening wormholes to parallel dimensions where that demonic realm may be able to come into our realm with their powers. The power to shapeshift, the power to travel faster than the blink of an eye and bring you back objects. We know this from Solomon. They helped Solomon construct his temple. He used to command the demonic realm, okay, to jump into the deepest parts of the ocean and bring out pearls the size of, tennis balls. He decorated his temple with these jewels. We know that when he summoned the Queen of Sheba, which is present-day Ethiopia, she had a massive throne. This is in the Quran. You can also pull it up. And he told the jinn, the demonic realm, to bring back this massive throne before she made it to his kingdom physically. So she was already en route. He made the demons bring her throne in the blink of an eye. So when she appeared there, she's like, this is my throne. Like, how is my throne here? And then she realized that Solomon was a prophet of God with the powers granted to him by God. Okay? We know that they can shapeshift from the story of Cain. We know that they can inspire thought and attack us, what you would call telepathy. Okay? To project thoughts into our minds. That little cartoon with the angel and the devil on your shoulder, that's real. They follow us everywhere we go.
You've heard, sir, technology we don't understand, and we're playing with fire.
So yeah, there's no way I'm in my realm. There's no way. Look what my flag's doing. That's my flag. That's just one thing. I mean, I'm seeing all kinds of crazy. Does that look like a normal flag to you? It looks like a being. Whoa, I'm seeing some crazy shit right now. Whoa. I don't think it wants us to see. Whoa! Whoa!
Guys, am I the only one spotting garden gnomes? Oh God, I hope he's okay.
See? Let's keep going. Stonework. Once again, these steps do not belong here. It's here to cover up the stonework. Fake door, they put this there. Look, they're covering up the stonework. It goes down. You still see it all the way to the top. Like, this is how high this building was. Look, we done went up 7 floors. I'm in a whole nother area code. Like, we done made another level. Oh, this is amazing, y'all. As soon as we get to the top. As soon as we get to the top of the steps, look. This is real, y'all. Stonework at its finest. You see it? Your stone!
That's why some places look out of place.
What is happening with, what can you tell us about these drones?
What I would tell you, Jennifer, is that they are being actively monitored. Installation leaders have determined so far that none of these incursions impact the base residents, the facilities, or the assets that we have on those bases. We're, of course, continuing to work with host nation authorities and our mission partners to ensure the safety of our personnel, our facilities, and the equipment. You know, the bottom line is it's something that we're going to take seriously. We'll continue to look into it. But as of right now, it's not had any significant mission impact.
Some issues with the reporting on how this is being reported and not drones. Let me be very clear. This isn't conspiracy. This isn't craziness. They are not drones. We had the same situation at Langley Air Force Base in February. They were there for 16 nights and they could not disperse. It's the same thing all over again. It's really, really, really important that we stick to the facts.
And how many more lies?
Following the booms have led us to the other side of the desert. Now we're up against the mountains, following the research that we've got in the papers. We're going to try and see if we can find another piece to the Boom Seeker mystery. So we're up what we call Boom Seeker Canyon, and there's this door, and it's locked from the inside. We are listening. You can hear, if you stick your ear to it, you can hear a motor, an engine, or something running on the inside of it. And there's a ton of traffic on the ground here. I'm here in Boom Seeker Gap, as we call it, and there is a lot of traffic on this road here. You can look behind me. It's not much of a road. We're 50 miles from a Coke machine here, out in the middle of nowhere. No one lives anywhere close to here. This is a highly uninhabited area, and there is a ton of traffic here. As far as on these roads, lots of tracks, vehicles moving around the hills. December in Idaho, in the mountains, a bunch of traffic that goes nowhere. Kind of wondering what's going on.
If you guys go out there, you better stay safe.
Quick.
It's a mental breakdown, or you better call a priest. And someone doesn't want to go to court to fight that ticket.
I was in the United States, being trafficked in the United States by a powerful billionaire who was basically triaging me and training me in his homes.
Who is this?
I'm not saying who that is yet. I have to be careful what I say.
Would this be a person we would know?
Definitely, you would know the name.
Alive or dead?
Dead. He was, he was taking me here. I was in the United States, so I was either in his homes, 3 of his homes I spent time in, or I was in the room in the daytime sometimes, in a bedroom, or I was even at a family's near DC for a week, basically parked in a family, nice family that treated me well, probably satanic family, and that were very happy to do a favor for this man. After that, was taken to Germany, and I was there for another month in a facility in Heidelberg for what was my mind control training. And this is 1972, and I was 9 years old.
Mind control training at 9 years old?
Yeah.
Why did they take you there?
When I met this billionaire, he had me in his homes and everything to get me used to the life of the elite, so that I would know how to eat, so that I would recognize good clothes, so that I would be comfortable in these environments. And alongside that, we went to on one of the islands on the northeastern coast of the United States and saw there, and this was a Rothschild who was there.
Rothschild.
A Rothschild, yeah. We were with Evelyn the Rothschild for 1 day only. And it was clear that this billionaire, who you would think is just as powerful as this Rothschild, was not as powerful in the network as he was. And he was asking for permission. He wanted to make me into an elite sex slave where I would become famous in France. And then with that role, I would attract the most powerful men in the world, and I would be able to spy on them for him and so forth.
Is that David Rockefeller?
All right. Okay, there you go.
You've never talked about this.
I've never said his name.
You know, you hear these stories and you wonder, there's no way these people are capable of doing something like that. At what point did you know it was him?
When he died.
2017.
Yeah, I just saw his face, and first of all, I saw his face, and then immediately a lot of other memories came back with him. David Rockefeller was a pet. There's a lot of survivors. I work with survivors. There are a lot of survivors out there of David Rockefeller.
And these guys has been going on for years.
Yeah, let me see that money. Let me see. Brother, please, man. It's good. It gets dirty from the work I do in my pocket, dude. It gets oily. It gets dirty. There's 11 here. I'll give it to you for 10, dude, just so I can get this. Hey.
Did he rob a grave?
This video is insane. My partner just sent it to me. He's in the mountains outside of Bogota in Colombia, and he was thinking of the ETs in the mountains over there. There's a lot of ET activity in the hills, and he literally just looked over and saw that floating tree. I'm not even kidding. Here's some pictures of it. Let me know what you guys think. I think they were saying hi.
Guys, we've yet to see the best. What's next after a flying tree? I won't even go up there to check. That's 100% demonic.
There ain't nobody else out here at this park but me and my son. Brought him out here to play. I'm over there on the swing, and I look over here. What the? Y'all. I think it's time for Prince. Come on, baby. We're about to go.
And there are real creeps out there, so grab your child and don't look back.
A lot of the elites had their summer homes in Jekyll Island, including the Rockefellers, Vanderbilts, the Morgans.
This reminds me, if I can, talk about the place we got married.
Yeah.
It's like a hidden gem, the place that we got married, the venue called the Sidoni Mansion. It was built at the turn of the century by a dude who was buddies with all of those guys you just mentioned. And he went on a hunting trip. He was hunting on this land that he ultimately ended up purchasing and building this Sidoni Mansion, which was originally a hunting lodge, but then just turned into their Christmas home. What's so strange about it is that they had this huge wealth, and he also had 5 children, which at the turn of the century, they say if you had that kind of money and that many children at the turn of the century, you would have like hundreds of descendants today. But they have 3 living relatives. All the wealth is mysteriously gone. Every single family member, apart from one daughter, died in that house.
And they only went there for Christmas.
They were only there for Christmas.
There's something hidden there. That's scary.
I don't like that.
It makes you think, because it's like, so.
Is that also where the Fed was created?
Did y'all see when they interviewed Dapper Dan about Diddy? They ran into Dapper Dan in Harlem, and they asked him what he thought about what was going on with Diddy, and if he knew Diddy. He said, I grew up with his parents. He said, and what's going on with him has been going on long before him. Now, his father was a government snitch and a bad actor in the criminal world altogether. But there's whispers in the streets of Harlem that Diddy's mother isn't alive, not his biological mother, that woman is his aunt. There are whispers.
Wait a minute.
Diddy's story is so convoluted, but nobody really likes talking about who he was before he became Puffy. So I would love if I could be granted an interview with him. To interview Diddy now in his most raw state about his life up until the age of 15 only. We gotta learn how to stop making Diddy.
And she ain't been sued for a reason.
What is that in my window? Seriously. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. That's a purse. What is this? I'm freaking out right now. Oh my God, nope, nope, nope.
Anybody else see the... And are you scared, fam? I claim no negative energy, but the cops should step away and let the priest do his job.
This is why the Jews wear the little black square on their forehead. That's a symbol for the planet Saturn. Incidentally, the Star of David is, of course, a hexagram. And on the planet Saturn, on the North Pole, is a hexagram. A lot of people don't know that. Go on the web and just look for Saturn's hex, or the hex on Saturn, and you will see a large hexagram, far, far bigger than the Earth could ever be. A large hexagram on the North Pole of Saturn. Fascinating symbolism right in front of you. We've known for many years that this hexagram was on Saturn. Hexagrams we call today the Star of David. No, the Star of David is a hexagram, and the hexagrams always represented in the ancient world the planet Saturn. So this is why the Jews still worship Saturn on Shabbat or Sabbath. The earth today is run by religion, politics, and money. It's all one game.
And when you start digging, it gets really interesting.
And we just want to make you aware of it. We don't know much about it. It is a simple statement from the university hospitals. Early this morning, a patient who had recently arrived at Hopkins International Airport, we believe that was yesterday, in Cleveland, from the Democratic Republic of Congo, was transferred via North Olmsted EMS to UH St. John's Medical Center Emergency Department with flu-like symptoms. That's in Westlake. Statement goes on to say UH staff has taken proper safety precautions while their condition is being evaluated. The patient is currently under isolation, and their condition has been reported to the Ohio Department of Health.
Are you going to participate in the 2025 games?
Hey, can you help me? Yeah, sure. Girl, that is not me. Do not go in there. What? I'm crying. Nika. 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 Nika.
And I do not claim this energy.
If I could just get a quick signature, please. I appreciate the. Again? Just your first name. Thank you. Have a nice day. Does he live here?
No, I don't know who he is.
Okay. Did you have something being delivered?
Yes.
What was the name?
The $1 million question. How did he know UPS was going to make the delivery? And that's what we call karma.
Hi, my name is Mazik the Sheriff, and I'm the girl in the video with everything that's going on social media right now. And I just want to come on here and say a word and say that I am safe and I am not held hostage by Dylan. And everything is fine. The situation got dealt with. I called my sister, the sister who posted up those videos, and I explained to her the whole situation. Dylan explained on his behalf the whole situation. And everything is fine. I also talked to the police officers. They said everything is fine. And I'm just the missing case person. And I'm gonna get that fixed with. And Dylan did not post those type of videos. Hashim Wasadali went into his RV and stole his iPad and then ended up posting all of it on social media and sending it to all his contacts and everything, and exposed me and him and his documents and all this personal stuff. And a lot of people have seen it, and I know a lot of people are really worried about the situation. And I just want to say everything is fine. And he was hacked. He didn't post any of the videos, and I'm very sorry on my behalf that anybody I know had to see any of that. I am very sorry, and I was just very embarrassed to text anybody back.
Did she do the help me sign, guys? Or am I tripping?
Want some white powder, man? What's up? You want some white powder?
Nah, I'm good, man.
Bro, it's fucking, hey, it's a sample, bro. You can have it. It's free. I'll give you my number. You hit me up if you like it. Yeah, man. Give it to your boys if you don't like it. You know what I'm saying?
All right, let me see.
All right, bro. I got you.
Little sample, bro. You ain't no problem.
That's a GTA classic.
Even when I met Jay-Z and I signed to Rock Nation, the first thing he told me to do is get plastic surgery. I'm not insecure because I would have got plastic surgery. So their argument of Maya's fucking insecure, that's why she needs to fucking massage her ego, fails because you turn around and ask them, what women do you know who hasn't had plastic surgery around you? All of them have. I'm the only one who didn't, which already proves the fact it's not insecurity. Because if I was insecure, I would have done that 100 times over. Even when I met Jay-Z and I signed to Rock Nation, the first thing he told me to do is get plastic surgery. And I didn't, because it's okay. Guess what? I'm 50 and I'm totally fine with the fact I am, because, yeah, I fucking took off when I was 30. Because it took 10 more fucking years than any other, because I was the first and I was the new and I was like making something interesting happen that wasn't fucking happening before.
Keep getting praised by this, and that destroys me, because that system which hates me loves Satan, and they know the truth. Underneath, behind the scenes, they know the truth. It's not a joke. And no, I didn't want to drip myself in blood and cover myself and swim in goop, in black goop, wear devil horns, tell a record. It's a bit difficult that when people make it, they all around and thank Beyonce.
Do you guys really think she's lying?
What are you doing? Hey, sir. Sir. What?
You can have that.
Okay.
Crazy. Hey, it's still a theft.
He'd be driving and suddenly he'd be like 20, 19, 18. He'd like pull over to the side of the road, and that was my cue that I was supposed to get out of the car and then run, basically. And I was supposed to evade him. And so it was like for a timed period of like 2 or 3 hours, I would be trying to run away from him while he tracked me. And if he caught me, I would get punished. Like, my rib cage is covered in these scars because he would count coup. Back then, I got really proud of myself when I would get away from him, instead of realizing that I was being chased through the woods by somebody who killed children.
How many children did you watch him kill?
I can remember, well, him specifically, not the group of 5.
So you physically watched him kill 5?
Oh.
How many did you witness?
Probably 7 over the course of my life, I think. Yeah.
Teal thought of escaping, telling someone, anything to get out, but fear would stop her.
One of the first programs that was done on me like that, he had me breathing and then go through an elaborate visualization where he was walking me through my home, having just told, okay, you just told people about me, and you just told people who you really are. So what do you see hanging from the rafters? I shrugged my shoulders. He goes, do you see that that's your mother? Do you see that her blood is all over the floor?
Teal knows many won't believe her. What she says is hard to confirm, but what she shares is also the focus of dozens of investigations around the country. Lieutenant Larry Jones, a former Boise police officer, was instrumental in a Department of Justice report on cult rituals. The report admits crimes like these are hard to prove, but says it is imperative that the cases be solved. In Teal's case, which she says was turned over to police, no charges have ever been filed.
I think that we're in a time where we have to open up to these a lot darker aspects of the human psyche. We have to admit that these things go on, and we have to provide ways for both sides of the equation to heal.
In most documented cases of ritual abuse, it's often close friends or family who commit the crime. Teal says the issue is bigger than anyone can ever imagine.
I think with every single case that we see coming out with this, people are more forced to accept the reality that this stuff occurs instead of just discrediting every single one of us, which has been the status quo for so long. It's really easy to write us off and say we're mentally ill. Most of us who go through these scenarios, we think that, you know, it's happening because we deserve it, or it's happening because we're evil, or some stupid thing like that. Sorry, I'm like...
You're okay. Many people are coming out with the same stories.
This is my frozen assets. We have a credit card, but try not to abuse it. I freeze the credit card so that it's not easily accessible. And what I'm doing is thawing out the ice. And it's a lot of effort, so in order for my wife to use it, she has to put some labor into it.
Bro.
This video, exclusive to CBS News, shows the suspected gunman in the Upper West Side of New York minutes after what the NYPD is calling a pre-planned shooting of United Healthcare's CEO. CBS News has also learned the words deny, defend, and depose were written on shell casings found at the scene of the crime. And within 9 minutes, the gunman arrived outside the hotel, shot the victim, and rode an e-bike through Central Park. Now, that video was obtained by Anna Schechter. She's our CBS News senior coordinating producer for our Crime and Public Safety Unit. This morning, she explained to me what it shows.
At 6:59 a.m., the suspect turns left. He was riding his bicycle north and turned left onto West 85th Street. He is pedaling quickly but calmly. That is another piece of the puzzle.
Brian Thompson is survived by his wife and 2 sons. The suspect remains at large.
Please tell me I'm not the only one that caught this weird discrepancy in the footage that they're releasing of the suspect in the unaliving of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson. Most of us have seen the very riveting footage of the suspect in the black hoodie and tan backpack. They've also released this photo of him masked up with a black jacket, black hood, and a tan backpack. And they believe this is him on one of those electric bikes in New York City, black jacket, tan backpack. But today they released this that they're saying is also footage of him, presumably just before the unaliving, and he's wearing a tan jacket and clearly has a black backpack on. That looks like a black strap to me, not a tan strap. What is going on here? Is this even the same guy? How is nobody pointing this out?
They don't even look alike. Something seriously off. That was a very bad idea.
Ah, yo quiero una así, porfis.
Una tapa de hielera.
Porque mañana como vamos de noche, no se va a poder
Look like golden teachers. Did they find the rabbit hole of infinite wisdom?
You gotta love the Bronx. Only in the Bronx will you ever see a man using a shopping cart as a grill. That is a shopping cart. and he turned it into a grill. Only in the Bronx. On Fordham. That's amazing.
That's made in NYC, guys.
After you left Meek Mills, it was all over the sheets and stuff. After Diddy ran through you.
He said,
Mm-hmm.
damn, me.
Booty Hole Melon.
Damn. I seen something like that. I thought it was a troll.
No, that's fact.
He got videos and pictures?
Yeah, he got that. So I think he's selling it.
And if you didn't know, it's called breaking, and they've been doing this since the Roman Empire.
All gods are in the world are triune gods. Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva, Osiris, Isis, Horus, Father, Son, Holy Ghost, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. No, it's all a story. It's based on three. And then you have the three major religions, Christianity, Judaism, and Islam. Why three? Why couldn't it be seven? No. Then you'll find out, no, you're playing with numbers now. There's something going on here, and it's encoded. Nobody reads anything. Nobody cares. You just do what you do because they were born into it. So if you're Catholic, you just go to Catholic church. You never realize that as a Catholic, you're worshiping a god named Dagon. D-A-G-O-N is the god of Catholicism. Nobody knows anything about Dagon, and nobody cares. Why? Because it's just a church. So we go to church, and we feel good, and we have all our friends there. And I said, yeah, but you're worshiping Dagon, goofball. Do you know that? Do you know who Dagon was?
Who?
Do you know what Dagon is? Because it's right there in front of you if you just look at the church.
And what exactly is a Dagon? And that's good camping, partner. And I'm not sure, does anybody know?
I was falling, my arms were in the air, and someone caught me. I was about 5. I still remember this very, very clear. Well, just remember being lifted up and being brought in, and what, to my knowledge at the time of a 5-year-old, was I'm looking at a big dog that's holding me. And then I sat and looked at him, and I knew it wasn't a dog. Now I'm looking at a monkey, and I can still remember him very, very clearly. And he was just looking at me, and he was smiling. So I'm smiling back, and I'm trying to figure out what he is. Why do I have a monkey holding me? That's what I'm actually thinking. And I remember him walking over to where my dad was at, and my dad's down below. And the Bigfoot actually put me down, and he pointed and gestured over to my dad. So I'm sitting there still looking at him, trying to figure him out. He's big, he's hairy, and I'm just looking at him. But there was no smell, no bad smell whatsoever.
No bad smell? So means Bigfoot keeps it fresh.
I did the remote control program that gives you graphical control of the machine. Turn the resolution right down, turn it down to I think 4-bit color. And then on the desktop of the NAS machine, navigate it to the folder, double click on the first image. The application launches, the image comes up on the screen, but it's still very, very slow. And what I saw, I was hoping to see exactly what she was describing, saucers and very definite imagery. And what instead I saw was, I assume was the Earth. This was in sort of shades of grey, but you had the Earth's hemisphere, I think about 2/3 of the screen. And then halfway between the top of the hemisphere and the bottom of the picture, there was a classic sort of cigar-shaped object, but with the sort of golf ball domes, geodesic domes, above, below, and this side, and I assume the other side as well, so to the left and right as well. And with very slightly flattened cigar ends. No seams, no rivets, no sort of telemetry or antennae or anything like that.
Flat Earth again. Did you know the US tried to extradite him so hard, the UK say, no. Does Dallas guys try to keep up with New York?
Dude, the mystery deepens. We hear water down there too. There's like a whole river down there or something. Maybe it's a cave, but we think it's an abandoned mine because we see a metal pipe down there. So unless the end of this casing just fell off, we got a lot of comments that said maybe this is like a well casing or something. Maybe that just fell off down there, but I don't know. Let's we got a brighter flashlight. Let's see what we can see. All right, sending it.
That sounds mechanical, but you never know.
I'm sure everyone's heard about the drones flying over New Jersey and New York, but did you hear the details about it? One, these things are the size of cars or small SUVs. Two, as they fly over the top of houses and other cars, the clocks change time. I have a couple of friends in New Jersey, as these things flew over their house, their microwaves, their stoves, they all changed time. And the cars, as they drive over the top of the cars, they're changing time. Now, here's the other crazy part. I saw another video where this person attempted to fly a drone of their own up towards these drones to get a better look at it. But as soon as they tried to take the drone and launch it, the batteries went from 100% charged to 100% dead, like that. Somebody actually managed to get a drone up in the air, and as it got close, the battery just died and fell out of the sky. I've also seen a F-150, a video of an F-150 jet chasing one of these things, and this thing took off on that jet and disappeared at speeds that made it look like the jet was sitting still.
Drones or mini UFOs.
Whoa! Whoa! Call the cops! Oh!
Is anybody under the car?
No.
No, everybody's going.
Shut it off. It's running.
The car off. Don't move it. Don't move it. Shut it off. Nobody was there?
No.
How old is it?
We have all this information.
We have all this stuff. Yeah, he's away.
Oh, that's GTA in real life. Flat or not?
The Chinese fashion giant Shein says it is investigating after a University of Bristol student said she discovered a live scorpion in a parcel from the firm. Sophia Alonso Mossinger said she thought she was dreaming when she saw the scorpion crawling around inside the package. A specialist animal charity later collected it, adding its sting would have been medically significant and potentially life-threatening.
New fear guys unlocked.
We have breaking news. Music mogul Sean Jay-Z Carter is accused of raping a 13-year-old girl with Sean Diddy Combs. Jay-Z was added to an amended civil lawsuit against Combs that was filed today. The suit claims Jay-Z joined Combs in assaulting the minor at an after-party following the 2000 Video Music Awards. Jay-Z is denying the allegations, calling them, quote, a blackmail attempt. In a statement posted on X, the rapper said, in part, these allegations are so heinous in nature, my heart and support goes out to true victims in the world who have to watch how their life story is dressed in costume for profitability.
And here comes the list.
Very early in 2025, all hell is going to break loose. The volume of sightings, weird objects in the sky, it's off the charts. I am swamped by people sending me videos from all over the world. And it's not just in Bedminster, New Jersey. It's not just in the United Kingdom. It's India, Greenland, Russia, Kazakhstan, China, Japan. I cannot believe the volume of sightings that are going on at the moment. Something is showing itself in our skies. We are going to look back and we're going to say that the autumn of the drones was a turning point. This consistent sightings of drones over military facilities. It sounds like nothing at the moment, but I wager it's going to turn out to be enormous. I think 2024 in future will be seen, ironically, as the calm before the storm. A reckoning is coming.
Are you guys ready? Are you guys prepared? 2025, fam.
Bro, this is insane. Look at this house, y'all. Oh my goodness. This is crazy. Everybody is stopping. It's so many cars stopping to take pictures of this house. Look at that. I know they light bill gonna be high.
Yes, sir. Bling Bling is back.
So last night I was showing people the location of the comet and I stumbled across something that we've been massively lied to about. And to me, it's potentially terrifying. Let me introduce you to the Second Moon 2024 PT5. So I went to get a really close look of what this thing looks at, but then I looked at the numbers on my program and noticed the diameter is 2 km, which is about 1.2 miles. But when you Google it, it says it's only 33 feet. But then there's something else that's actually more terrifying. So here we are, October 16th, and you see where the distance is, but watch this as you go to November and December, the numbers get lower as it's actually getting closer. But here's the other thing that's taking place. As you see, hour by hour of the way that it's orbiting is going in this direction, in the northern hemisphere. So someone tell me why they lied to us about the diameter, how it is moving, and why it's getting closer to us as the months come on. Take care. God bless.
And should we be worried, guys? And if you tell me that's acid rain or water erosion, why on that spot only? Was that the toilet?
In southern Russia, there's this thing discovered that they're calling the Khara-Hora Shaft, discovered by Arthur Zhemukov. Discovered it at the top of the Khara-Hora mountain, this small hole, and looked down, and it was this deep, narrow, vertical shaft. And when they went in, they realized that the shaft was made of parallel slabs, and they descended 130 feet into the mountain.
Oh boy.
And then when they dropped 130 feet down, they discovered a bigger room with these giant megalith slabs that had right angles put together.
What?
And every single one concluded that this is in fact man-made. The megalith slabs that were in it looked almost identical to the base of the pyramid of Khufu, Egypt. Arthur did not discover this fully by accident. He was obsessed with studying the history of the Nazis and the occult, and he saw that a group of Nazis went to the Caucasus Mountains. He saw this boulder with a swastika carved in it.
Oh no.
In 2015, Arthur came out and said, after exploring it even further, made a revolutionary discovery. The next day, he was hit by a car and died.
And the real history is stolen from us every day. If you see your dog running, don't think twice. Run.
Okay, this is crazy. Look. Right? And then, bro.
If it's witchcraft, why would you touch it?
You okay? What's wrong?
My knee.
Did you come from the hospital?
Yeah, but I had to go pick up my moped. They didn't x-ray my knee, but I probably should go back and have them x-ray it.
What's wrong with your face?
I face planted.
Wow. You need to go back to the hospital.
I gotta tell my dad this is his exit up here. 26. You tell him he's a guy behind me. Oh, okay. I gotta go.
Looks like a scene from Mad TV. People on the UFO? Crazy. And I call it cap. And they're having, guys, a little party up there.
I'm taking a video, bro. Alright, I got pictures. Yep. Oh, wait.
And this is another level.
It's back. Keeps peeking in here, Elman. Oh my goodness gracious, what the hell? Ain't nobody in the other room. Look at this. Oh my gosh. Oh, my pistol's in the other room. I can't do it. What in the hell is that? Oh my gosh. Hello? What do you need? I don't even know who you are. House is home. Oh, hell no. What the hell is that? What in the hell? Oh, hell no.
Just open the door.
Y'all, I'm a security guard and I'm doing my checks. What the is this?
And who's hiding in the comments?
O meu futuro é uma página em branco. E o meu presente é o que mais importa.
Can tell you guys he's okay. But that scream, that was something else.
Someone called the cops on these lights. See, even the police, they're going crazy. Aliens are attacking. Oh my god, now cars they're starting to notice. Here comes another fire truck.
Are they challenging us to a game of Space Invaders?
ran into your house. Oh, I was gonna say, what the hell just happened? I ran into your house. With my phone? Yes, your phone is in here. Okay. You okay? Yes, I'm fine, but also, I tried to back it up, but then I ran into your house again.
Crashing twice for the same reason is just insane.
存款理财就选江南，江南农村商业银行提醒您：本次旅程中点中4点半点，下一站华东，有关长大号线路，加油注意This train is bound for Forest Park. Next station is Ocean Park. Passengers wishing to transfer to line 2, please get ready to exit the train.
I'll try that in New York and see what happens. UFO, drone, AI, or CGI? You guys decide. And what would you do? Go see what it is or turn around?
White people have disappeared there. Black people in their thousands have disappeared there. It was there that I also went missing for 4 days in 1959 in one of the most traumatic experiences of life. To the east of Zimbabwe, the great mountains known as the Inyangani, the Weeping Moon Mountains. There, even now, people disappear without trace. Sometimes a person would disappear for several days and reappear a few days later, not knowing where he had been or where she had been. And it's a long story, sir. My teacher, Elizabeth Moyo, had sent me to get a special herb which grows only on the foothills of those mountains. Beautiful day like this one outside here. And I love the African wilderness, especially in the days when I was still in good health. And I was looking for this herb when all of a sudden a bright blue mist fell all around. It took me some time to react to this strange thing. It was a hot day and all of a sudden the temperature around me dropped. It was as if I was on the slope of a very cold mountain, but it was a warm day. The next moment, I was in what appeared to be a metal-lined tunnel, and I was lying on what looked like a workbench, but this workbench was very brightly polished. And there I was lying there with my trousers missing and only my khaki shirt, when I saw a number of moving objects, which at first I thought were dolls. I noticed with mild surprise that they were very thin, short, human-like creatures with very, very large melon-shaped heads. The creatures had no noses, and their mouths were like knife cuts at the bottom of their faces. And these creatures were coming towards me. In color, they were gray, and they wore silvery gray garments which reached up to their necks. And while I was looking at these creatures, I suddenly was aware that something was above me, standing there, and I looked up straight into the face of one of them, a much taller one than the others.
This herb got more secrets than you could ever imagine.
So I take it with me in the showers. I'm showering. On one hand, I have this cross in the other, thinking this cross is gonna save me. I look at my shower curtain and I see two like little stubby little hands pop out, the shadows of them, and they touch my shower curtain. I'm over here like, oh my God, what is happening, right? And they start like moving. I hit the shower curtain and then they came back and they were there again. So now I'm screaming, I'm hitting the shower curtain, I'm like, you can't have me, blah, 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 and all of that. And I done taking the shower, I run out the shower because I don't want to be in there. So I go to the church. I drive there. Well, my roommate drives me there because I'm in no condition to drive at that point. As soon as we get to the church steps, I feel sick. I feel like I'm gonna just throw up, and I feel weak. My body can't get up steps, but I force myself to get up steps. And I go inside of the church, and they have service. The bishop is there and he's preaching. I'm just crying the entire time. He has an altar call. I come up there. He prays, over the congregation as a whole. I'm sitting there bawling my eyes out there too. And I remember church service ended and people were walking up to him. I came up to him, I shook his hand, I looked him straight in the eyes, and I was like, hey, there's a demon in my house. I need you to get it out. And he was like, whoa. He was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna pray for you. He was like, but don't worry about it. I'm gonna give you some assistant pastors. They're gonna come help you out and they're gonna take care of you. Just follow them into a back room. In my head, I'm over here like an assistant pastor. Like, bro, you don't know what I just been through for 3 days. I need the holy water. I need you to bring that cross. The power of Christ compelled you. I need all of that. But I was like, okay, whatever, man. I'm gonna just come back for him afterwards, because I know that whatever they do ain't gonna work. That's what I thought, right? So they go in the back. There was 2 assistant pastors, right? One of the assistant pastors was like, yo, what happened? How did all of these things start to transpire at your home? And I straight up lied. I was like, I don't know. It just popped up. I didn't tell them I was doing the wrong thing, that I was living in sin, that I was doing drugs. So I told them, I was like, hey, nothing really happened. It just popped up in my house. And they didn't really believe me, but they were like, okay, we're gonna pray for you. So they told me to stand up.
Time to shower with some holy water.
Family was recording her before taking her to the cemetery. No one saw her open her eyes at that moment until her daughter was looking at her recording days later.
Mama.
She was terrified and didn't know how to react to seeing. She decided to post it online without knowing this would go viral.
Is that real?
Japanese girl was smoking outside her apartment when someone caught her attention from far away.
She was dragged under her bed at 3 a.m. and no one believed her. But fortunately, everything was recorded by the security camera. Watch the footage. Immediately after the little girl hummed a melody from her favorite fairy tale, something lightened up underneath her bed. So she jumped out of her bed out of curiosity to find out what exactly is going on. And after moving the bedding, she noticed something was there, and then it dragged her. But it was only the beginning of her nightmare. After hearing the screams, her mommy came inside the room. Next morning, her mom decided to confront whatever was under the bed. People were trying to logically explain the following clip after it went completely viral, but no one provided an indisputable sequence of events. While watching the clip, keep in mind that later she found out that this doll is stuffed.
People have been asking me, have you guys looked under the bed? No, we haven't. We've been a little scared. We should not be this scared right now.
And that baby doll just moved. Are you scared?
On Friday, Pentagon officials participating in a classified closed-door meeting with the House Oversight Committee. The topic reportedly centered around UFOs that have been flying over New Jersey. For the past few weeks, residents of New Jersey spotting mysterious objects flying at night.
This is over my house right now. What is that?
Some close to a military installation. others over President Trump's Bedminster Golf Club, raising alarm. The FAA restricting airspace. The FBI now investigating.
Oh my God, here we go. What is that?
Officials admitting they can't say for sure what the flying objects are, some saying they're the size of a small automobile. In a statement, a New Jersey police chief saying their presence appears nefarious in nature. The concerns reportedly being discussed behind closed doors on Capitol Hill Friday in a classified briefing between Pentagon officials and House Oversight Committee members.
And it's happening, guys, all day, every day. Ooh, that's expensive. Somebody gonna get dropped. Come on, let her in. It's a fairy.
May pohon gede baru tumbang di Monkey Forest. Kemungkinan ada korban. So, kemungkinan ada korban sangat berbahaya. Lebih baik tidak ke Monkey Forest karena banyak.
Those are banyan trees, also known as eternity trees, because they don't die. And then you see this. Is it a sign?
The observation, but I'm interested to hear all of your thoughts. We are all very lucky that we are across the channel and we are the far side of Europe. But Ukraine is actually much closer than all of us think. I drove out there on my own in my little Peugeot in 2 days. That is how close it is. And it's another 2 days from there.
Proof they're always in control.
Well, I caught up to another one of those haunted ghost trains here. Looks like it's still running in the winter. Sounds like it's steam, sounds like it's gas. I'm not sure. Not sure where it came from. And not sure where it's going, but you guys wanted me to hop up on here and see what's going on. Well, no one's driving. So that's kind of weird. And this time it's going backwards. Interesting. Well, I want no part of where it's going. So I'll see you guys later.
Would you hop in and see where he goes?
Okay, so we just bought this house about a month ago at an auction, sight unseen. It's had a few owners, and as you can see, it's very steep down here. So I'm gonna try not to fall. So we were cleaning out the basement, and my boyfriend stumbles across something on the wall over here. Don't mind the mess. And it appears to be a bone. At least that's what it looks like. So we're not sure. We're gonna just call the police department, have them come and take a look, let us know what they think. But what do you guys think?
Ask a realtor. He will say this house has good bones.
R. Kelly is in jail because he didn't want to sell his masters to a certain music company. If he's wrong, he should do the time. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm saying he's only there because he broke the rules. Bill Cosby went to jail, not for molesting white women, but him and his wife didn't want to let the second largest oil company in the world drill under their home for oil. These people are not going to jail for sex crimes. They're going to jail for standing their ground. Puffy might be guilty, but that ain't why Puffy in jail. Puffy in jail because listen. You cannot be emotional and solve political problems. You cannot be emotional and solve, we get that from church. Church is all about emotion. You cannot liberate a people with emotion. Puffy may be guilty, and if he is, he should do the time. But that's not why he's there. Hugh Hefner did what Puffy did. He never went to jail. Puffy is in jail because he started a black first political party. Puffy is in jail because he sued one of the most powerful liquor companies in London. That's why Puffy's in jail. What the media does, because they know black people like to see black people fail, is they'll sell us this when the real agenda is that. I'm not saying don't hold them accountable. Hold them accountable. As black people, we believe in ethics and morality and character. But don't be so dumb that you can't see the hidden hand at play.
That's ridiculous or just common sense?
When did the Chinese land on the moon?
I have no idea.
2013. Did you ever see the video?
No.
So the Chinese landed on the moon in 2013, and they released a video for it. But pretty quick, that video was taken down, and they said, no, it's just a joke, because it was so bad. It was so fake, because they didn't have, Kubrick, You need a better production staff and better cameras if you guys want to fake this.
The sad thing is, you cannot fix stupidity, and that's what's happening here.
Cognitive dissonance is probably exactly what it is. Is that they've been in echo chambers for so long, that's all they have. Well, we did it as a society, For how many, even when you're in grade school, and they give you the globe, or they talk about the man on the moon, all the stuff they teach you in grade school about stuff that I could challenge right now, They teach us a lot of stuff that we hear over and over and over again that we take it for granted. That's what happened. I don't want to do this anymore because I don't believe what you guys are peddling on either side. I said, but I do get a kick out of Tucker because he has pretty good humor and he does come up with some good points sometimes to make me think. I don't believe what he says just because he says it. He makes me think about some stuff. And then I have to go research and I figure some stuff out and I find out my own. And that's what everybody should be doing. But nobody does that because we live in like this McDonald's fast food society.
Supposedly nobody landed on the moon. What you guys think?
Give me a person, man. Give me a person. Give me a person, man. Give me a person, man. Give me a person, man. You can't give me a person, man. Give me a person. Yeah, give me a person.
Crazy world we're living in, guys. And who's sleeping outside tonight? That was a solid 1v1. If you have more info, is that the AC or a ghost?
Never stand on these stairs at the lagoon, and this is why.
They're very strict about that.
Bro, my guy just went from like watching this dude drop in to part of the wall.
Wow, and that was a hell of a wave.
All right, watch this plate. This guy's plate like disappears. Look, look, it turned black. Yeah, look, watch. It's turned off. Look at that, it's just black. I gotta see this. I gotta see this. Look, and then it turns back on.
Trust me, you don't want to play that game.
Passengers. There appear to be no more drug agents hiding in plain sight. They've been ordered to stop because of one passenger's video that would never have been recorded had he not watched our investigation.
You're either going to sign a consent form saying that you're allowing us to search them,
Whatever you guys are doing in this airport
or I'm going to detain them,
is totally wrong.
run my dog on it, and get a search warrant.
I'm a random search, guys.
I didn't feel like I could have said no.
So those white folks, and I'm the random search.
No, there's no way this is random.
Innocent passengers searched at the gate by plainclothes drug agents looking to seize cash.
You're taking people's money based off an assumption.
I work hard for my money. How many innocent people do you have to search before you find what you're looking for?
Sir, I've got nothing to say to you.
The DEA still hasn't answered our questions, but this 2-year Atlanta News First investigation, why do people have to prove themselves innocent, would lead to a single incident that would end the entire program nationwide.
Oh, that's my. Hey.
That's yours. Where's your bag at?
I don't consent to search, sir.
You don't have to consent. Where's your backpack at? Where is it? Under your seat?
It got put away, but I don't consent to being searched.
I don't care what your consent stuff.
Had you not seen our investigation, what would you have done?
I would have just assumed that it was part of a standard screening procedure and consented to the search.
David recorded the incident on the very same phone where he had watched our investigation in plain sight. He stopped recording only to double check the article so he could stand up for his rights.
I didn't consent to be searched. Like I dried off the plane here. Is that accurate?
You walked off the plane. I didn't drag you off. I took your bag off the plane. So
You took the bag off my plane. Okay.
Tell your story.
Back detained, not you.
Yeah, you're trying this legal stuff. It's not going to work, dude.
This particular passenger said no, did not give consent,
Correct.
and the task force officer removed his bag from the plane anyway.
And to do that, the agent needed reasonable suspicion.
The Inspector General of the U.S. Department of Justice reopened his investigation of the DEA's airport cold consent encounters after seeing the video David recorded.
We wouldn't do this and be doing it across the country if it wasn't legal.
Without the subject thinking to immediately use their cell phone to record the event, we certainly wouldn't have known about it. In fact, we clearly wouldn't have known about it because absent that video, there was no record of the incident.
The DEA had no record because agents didn't find drugs or cash in David's bag.
The DEA wasn't keeping records of its encounters unless it found cash or drugs.
And they promised you they would.
And they promised us after our first report a decade ago they would.
Once they learned of your latest investigation, they were going back and filling out these reports from months earlier?
It turned out because they hadn't found any cash or drugs when they did the search of that individual, they hadn't prepared any paperwork at the time. When we began our investigation and asked for the paperwork, that's when, months later, they started creating paperwork trying to lay out why they did what they did.
David's name was put on a DEA list because he bought a last-minute ticket.
When you buy a last-minute ticket, we get alerts.
In some cases, the only reason for the so-called cold consent encounter was a purchase of a last-minute ticket. I purchased a last-minute ticket to come interview you.
Approaching individuals based solely on that basis, without any lead, any other information to suggest they might be a drug courier or money launderer, was concerning.
The Inspector General discovered David's last-minute ticket was reported to the DEA by an airline employee who was a regular paid informant. A single commercial airline employee received tens of thousands of dollars, effectively a cut of the money seized.
It turned out that the individual was getting a percentage of the amount seized on multiple occasions over a longer period of time.
Informants are being paid with confiscated property
from searches that the informants triggered with no real evidence, it's obvious why that's a potential abuse and a potential violation of civil rights.
U.S. Senator Jon Ossoff of Georgia launched his own inquiry with the Department of Justice, citing the findings of our investigation.
What was the most troubling thing you saw in our reporting? There was an economic incentive to stop, search, and confiscate, even where there was little or no, in many cases, no evidence implicating the person searched, and where here in Georgia it appears that there may have been racial profiling involved.
Senator Ossoff's inquiry and the Inspector General's report landed on the Attorney General's desk within days of each other.
It is a scathing description of serious deficiencies in this program that impact the constitutional rights of my constituents in Georgia. And I don't know whether without reporting from Atlanta News First, that would have come to light.
We are recommending, which is what we did in the report, immediately suspending these activities, which the department did.
This is the directive from the Deputy Attorney General of the U.S. Department of Justice, ordering the DEA to stop searching innocent passengers at departure gates nationwide.
I'm not sure that this change, this investigation, and this halt to potentially very problematic DEA practices would have occurred without your reporting. You have been on this story helping to expose what appear to be potentially serious civil rights violations.
Now, at Hartsfield Jackson and airports across the nation, there's no sign of plainclothes drug agents searching passengers at the boarding door. The agents appear to have departed. It's unclear if they'll ever return.
The Drug Enforcement Administration still refuses to interview with Atlanta News First Investigates, now in our second year of this investigation. But the agency did issue a statement saying it was already reviewing its airport interdiction program and that review is ongoing even though the DEA program has been suspended nationwide because of our investigation. Also, the officer in David's video has not given us a comment.
And this is real journalism.
This is not gonna work. This is not gonna work. I don't know why they're trying to. This cannot fit. This cannot fit. You're going to hit that car. You're going to hit that car. I don't know what instructions he's giving her, but you got to hit that car. This is not gonna work. You're going to crash into this car. Don't do that. Don't do that. My people. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. I just want to hear when the metal rubs against each other.
Hold on.
Wait, why did he move his car? What the? It's your car? Are you me?
You can't make this up.
Mira, andamos demoliendo una casa. Y lo que salió dentro de la pared. No sé si sea murciélago o qué sea.
Is that a dried stingray or something else?
Bro, what in the...
Don't touch it.
Bro, what the is that?
Bro, don't touch it. Just leave it. Let's turn around.
You don't want to know what's in it?
The way it looks, no.
Who leaves something like that here?
Bro, let's turn around. Go back.
You don't want to know what's in it. We're heading to the site where 2 people got murdered.
Would you dare open that box?
Check this thing out.
Anytime I try to zoom in with my camera all the way up to the drone, this is what I get. It has a round, like, shield around it. Nuts. Well, right, that's zoomed in, 100, 208. And I'll show you the drone right now. Up in the sky.
And now we're actually seeing what some stars truly look like. That's one place on Earth you don't want to go.
I don't necessarily believe we live in a simulation. After visiting Bluff, Utah, I can't rule it out as a possibility. We got to the hotel, it was a portable building. Like when your elementary school got too small for all the kids in it and they put extra buildings out back for the teachers that didn't like. That was our hotel room. But that doesn't prove anything. It didn't even make me start thinking weird. But it's what the front desk lady said. Everyone else in town said to me too that got me wondering. Went to the little market and we got a variety of things, sandwiches, drinks, bread. Got back to the room, we noticed everything had expired earlier, and those things don't have the same shelf life, like bread and Coca-Cola and a candy bar all expiring 2 weeks earlier at the same time. And when we tried to check out, the lady at the counter said the same phrase that the hotel clerk said. Went to the one restaurant we found in town, and waitress, we'd ask her, I don't know, it's my first day working here. We went to the cashier, I asked her if I could add a tip onto the bill. She said, I don't know. It's my first day working here. I tried to check out with all my expired food at the market. The credit card didn't work. And the lady's like, I don't know what's going on. It's my first day working here. I'm just saying, if we are living in a simulation, I think no one had traveled to Bluff, Utah in a few years and it hadn't been rendered in a while. When they saw me coming, they just rendered it real fast and nothing quite worked.
Easy bluffing?
Have you heard of the mystery of the Loretto Chapel? They were building this chapel in New Mexico, and the French architect who was building this chapel, he all of a sudden died, and he did not complete the staircase to the choir loft. The sisters of the Loretto Chapel, the nuns, you know, they pray for 9 days.
Okay.
And they pray to Saint Joseph that someone is sent to build these stairs so the chapel can be complete. At the end of the 9 days of prayer, this man comes in from across the desert riding a donkey, walks into the church, and he says, I was sent here to build stairs.
Stop it!
Listen, he built these stairs in 3 months and just dipped. The sister's like, well, we didn't pay him. So the sisters went to the lumber yard and said, do we owe you anything? They said, this man never came and got wood from us.
Oh my goodness.
And there's not a single nail used on this staircase.
What?
And then the curator of this chapel, he brought in over 120 experts in making spiral staircases. They said, we don't know how to do that. Wow. These sisters believe that Joseph himself came because he was a carpenter.
Oh my gosh, wait.
Dude. Did it really have been a miracle? And who said we needed CGI or AI?
Why do you think Jill Dando was murdered?
I think she knew what was going on, and I think there was, I think she had information on a famous singing celebrity. Myself, or I'm not going to say anything, but I think she knew, and I think many others. I think Whitney Houston knew what was going on. I think
they
so.
say Jill Dando was friends with one of the singers.
Yeah,
high-profile singers.
Yeah, of course.
But I heard that she was going to release a documentary unveiling a lot of big names.
Yeah, of course. I know that.
She got stopped because we didn't have TikTok back in the day, but not today.
P. Diddy. I went over to say hello to P. Diddy, and Jay-Z was there, and Leonardo DiCaprio was, but you can't lean in to speak to Jay-Z, you're not allowed to lean in. And his bodyguard just like shoved me like this, and I went flying across the room.
Is that the silence hand signal?
Then they bring me to the back room. And in the back room, they have this long table with a white sheet set out. I mean, beautiful thing. Look like the damn Last Supper. On one end is Derek Jeter, there's Stephon Marbury. It's not that the rapper. That's not it. That's a misconception. What it is, it's about control. See, that's what makes it, that's why you see, like, wow, Jamie Foxx, you would say that? Because they're in a bind, because see, Jay-Z's not, but once you reach a certain level, you have to give something up. There's something that you're going to give up because you got to be down with that crew. And how do I know? Because it happened to me. That is why I'm standing here talking right now. I reached a certain level in that station. What I'm saying, what's happened is it was passed down to to everyone in the urban industry. So now you have a rapper who will get turned out by a high-ranking label exec because, well, what you gonna do? I mean, if I want to be a rapper and I walk in and the label exec tells me that this is what I need to do for him because, hey, he put my album on when I really wasn't that talented. But they pushed me because they saw that I was something that they could sell. So when you bring me in a room and there's my favorite rapper right there who's in the same room, so that must mean he must have committed the same act as I did. So at the end of the day, depending on where your level is within yourself, you go do it. And it's easy for those of us to sit back and say we wouldn't do it. But the majority of us will never fulfill our dreams. So we'll never be in a position to say what we would or would not do. You understand what I'm saying? We'll never be in that position. Because before I got there, I would say the same thing until I got there. You understand? So I literally lived the devil taking me to the mountain and saying, you can go to the left, you have all of this. And I was there. It was ritualistically done. 3 straight weekends. They do everything in 3s. 3 weekends in a row. Hey, D-Brad, let's go hang out. And every weekend, he kept beating me in the head. Get rid of this Rap City, man. You can do more than Rap City, D-Brad. You can do more than you need to come with us. We go to the joint, we hanging in VIP. Get me everything I want. Then every time we hung out, it was the same way. Then they bring me to the back room. And in the back room, they have this long table with a white sheet set out. I mean, beautiful thing. Look like the damn Last Supper. On one end is Derek Jeter, there's Stephon Marbury. I'm trying to talk to the model chick. She's like, nah, D-Brad, come on, sit right here. We get inside the limo. We're in the car. The man standing across looking at me like I owe him something now. And while he's doing that, he's sitting there with his legs spread open, rubbing his. Now, I'm in a situation where I'm like, no, what am I going to do for me? So for me, I had to turn that away. But what the hell that I caught after that, I've been homeless. I've had my name destroyed. I was ashamed of myself. I went from being a man to nothing because I would not cross over.
And Hollywood going deep.
Let me tell you something real quick. A lot of times people go to a restaurant, they get sick, and they think it's food poisoning or their food made them sick. Let me tell you this. There's a chance that it was their eyes that got you sick. That water that I just showed you is what's making that ice. You can't tell me that this water hasn't given people the runs. It's bacteria water. It's so dirty. There's a lot of articles online that talk about how dirty commercial ice is. So you guys should
Always order your drinks with no ice.
Pope Francis to open 5 sacred portals on Christmas Eve for a ritual that's never been done before. Interesting. So Pope Francis will commence a centuries-long Catholic tradition on Christmas Eve and introduced a first-time historical addition to the holy ritual. Starting on December 4th, the pontiff will open a series of 5 holy doors throughout the Vatican, including St. Peter's Basilica, plus Rome's 3 other basilicas to commerce next year's Catholic Church Jubilee, a joyful commemoration of faith that normally occurs every 25 years. The door at St. Peter's was sealed shut by a wall of bricks since the Jubilee year of Divine Mercy in 2016, and on December 2nd, those were ripped down to ready the door for opening as part of the rite of recognition. Now, after the Christmas Eve ritual, Pope Francis will open a symbolic door inside the Roman prison Rebibbia on December 26th, the feast of St. Stephen. It will be the first time a pope has opened a holy door at a prison. This resembles freedom, daily feel the harshness of detention and its restrictions, lack of affection, and in more than a few cases, lack of respect, Pope Francis said. In order to offer prisoners a concrete sign of closeness, I would myself like to open a holy door in a prison as a sign inviting prisoners to look to the future with hope and a renewed sense of confidence. Now, the objective of opening the doors later this month is to usher in a year renewed hope as Christians find Christ as the door of our salvation. So this will be the first holy door opened, and this is the door of the Basilica of St. Paul. Now, the Catholic Church began the ritual on December 2nd, praying at the door in St. Peter's Basilica and removing a metal box, pictured right here, that held the key, which was followed by ceremonies at the other 4 doors. This box was buried. They had to unbury it to get the keys. Now, the way this works is the Pope is the first one to walk through the door and unlock the door, and he is the last one to walk out of the door. This is very ritualistic and super serious if you're a Catholic or Christian. Article.
And I'm just wondering what CERN will be doing simultaneously.
You hear something really kind of weird?
I'm begging for it.
There was a group of people that built an exact replica of the Ark of the Covenant. It took them 3 years to make. The chief architect chooses to remain anonymous. They put the Torah, which is the Hebrew Bible, like in the Ark of the Covenant. They just did that. And he said, quote, when that Torah was put in this ark, it became weaponized. But then he says, there is going to be a force that is absolutely so powerful that it's going to be something we've seen in the movies, but for good. Do you know where this replica of the Ark of the Covenant was for 8 months before they brought it to Israel?
Antarctica.
Trump's house. Mar-a-Lago.
No joke.
It was in Trump's house for 8 months before it was brought to Israel. Why was it there?
I think he's religious, though.
We don't know. Just looking at face value, that's strange.
Oh, that's 100%. That's the only
And they're
reason we
talking
care
about like,
this.
oh, it's weaponized. Now, the things that are going to happen with this Ark of the Covenant, it's going to be like the movies of like the power that it's going to bring. And it's like, oh, where was it before it came to Israel? It was in Mar-a-Lago.
Yeah.
And the rabbit hole goes deeper and deeper.
I talked about the giants of South America and stuff. This boy, his name was Diego Duran. He was 7 years old and he moved with his family from Spain to Mexico, and he lived amongst the Aztecs. And they taught him the Aztec language and they taught him how to read the hieroglyphics. And so he spent 30 years reading and hearing all these stories. The Aztecs talk about before the Aztecs were there, giants roamed the land. And these giants, they said, were created by a god. These giants, they opposed another god.
Oh my gosh.
And so this god tried to kill all the giants. One of the first times that he tried to kill them was by sending fire from the sky.
Wow.
But a few giants survived. And then they say that this god ended up flooding the whole earth to kill these giants. And so when he flooded the whole earth, there was one giant, he survived with his siblings. What they did right after that flood was they're like, we're going to build a giant pyramid. So if it ever floods again, we can escape it. And so this pyramid that they built was called the Great Pyramid of Cholula. That pyramid is actually the largest pyramid on earth.
And that's in the Bible.
Brother, the whole idea of space is so fake that it's hard to even have the conversation because I sound like a totally crazy man. But basically, the earth is flat. There's a firmament that God made. That's on the first page of Genesis. God made the firmament to separate the waters above, the waters below. And outside of the firmament, all those other things you see are lights, and you can actually zoom in with a telescope and see stars twinkling.
So the moon landing was definitely fake.
Oh, for sure. NASA is totally satanic. And let me tell you what the end goal of NASA is, because I could talk all day about NASA and how they lie and what they use and all this stuff. But let me tell you exactly what the end goal of NASA is. What NASA is doing is they're trying to make you believe that aliens exist. So when they use United States military bombs and bomb Los Angeles, they're going to say aliens did it. Now y'all need to be rounded up for your own safety, and we're going to put you in these concentration camps, and they're going to have slave laborers for the rest of their life because everybody's going to be living in fear of aliens. I'm telling you, aliens don't exist, space don't exist. NASA, when it was invented, it was a satanic operation in the 60s and 50s. And the whole thing culminates to the fake alien invasion.
And I wait on your comments, fam. The one man who can make an entire room nervous just by playing.
This is going viral right now. Somebody took a picture in one of the tombs in Egypt, and they saw a figure of a person there that looks like an ancient Egyptian ghost. We've seen footage of ghosts before, but one of the places we never really heard about ghosts coming from until recently was the tombs of Egypt. Does that not look like a person, right? That looks like a person, right? So the person that took this picture was alone in the room when it happened, fam. After they took the picture, they realized, yo, what the is this beside? Now it gets crazier, right? Okay. Because it's almost semi-transparent as a spirit would be. Now this is where it gets weird. What they noticed was, holy shit, that looks exactly like the husband of the tomb. No. They went and looked at pictures of what he would be wearing, and it matched exactly
the stripes, though.
And the hat. Yeah. They found proof of the afterlife in Egypt.
Are you getting the chills?
You dressed your daughter up as the devil's snack with her body on display, pretending to be Little Kim and singing the lyrics.
Shall I proceed?
And they did a whole video shoot.
You know, we're doing a video. She about to do the whole video.
And nobody is taking that child out of their home yet.
I'ma cheat you. The only one thing I wanna do is freak you.
For a bunch of weirdos to go online and watch your 8-year-old body daughter with no dressed up in bikinis and fur coats and wigs. And you said, my daughter loves Little Kim so much. Look at this. Number one, your wife, y'all need to go to jail. That child needs to be removed from your home. You're turning your daughter into a Lunchable for the devil. And that's not considered child.
And that's an offering to the devil. Ooh, in this situation, you need all the blessings you can get.
What? Whoa! Look at that. Isn't that cool? Whoa! Look at it go. Do you see red and blue in there as well? I see some blue. I see some pink. Pink over here. Whoa! Everybody happy? Yeah, not here.
And one day, guys, we gotta see this with our own eyes. You gotta call pest control or a priest.
Man, I'm trying to tell y'all, these UPS trucks are like, they're like ghosts, man. You can't trust these things. You gotta be careful, because every time I'm at this place, I freaking hear a bunch of weird, crazy noises. Freaking stuff be opening by itself. So yeah, it's time to go. Y'all think I'll be playing, bro? This will be crazy. So...
Does anyone hear screaming?
Hello. Hi. What's your name? My name's Officer Smith. I'm with Nashville Airport Police. They're saying that they want you off of their aircraft.
Why is that?
I don't know. They just said that you were refusing to get off their aircraft after they asked you to get off.
Right, they didn't give me a reason why I needed to get off. They told me that they were going to talk to me outside, as if they didn't want me to, they didn't inform me why they were going to, hold on, let me catch my breath. I'm like, I don't understand why there's so many people like on top of me.
Okay,
Like, this
have you had anything to drink today?
No, I was looking for water. They didn't give me water. They told me that the plane was delayed. I just want water.
Okay, have you had any alcohol today?
No, I'm on a sabbatical.
Okay. Okay, so do you mind stepping off the aircraft and they can talk? My name is Officer Smith, yes.
I'm sorry. You see, I think it's important that people call you by your first name.
You can call me by my first name, that's fine.
Thank you.
Do you mind stepping off the aircraft? We can figure out what's going on.
Let me know. I'm going home, so I need to know why I'm getting off the plane.
So they're a private company. They're allowed to refuse you service on their aircraft. So
anytime a private company, like a business?
Yes, they're a business, so they're allowed to refuse you service.
Like capitalism?
Okay. So if you do not get off the plane, we are going to deboard the entire plane, and we will pull you off of the plane.
You're going to pull the... I have to set my intention, and I have to breathe. Stay calm. Stay calm.
So...
Stay calm.
I don't know what's going on. Like I said, they didn't tell me what the problem is. So if you will get up and just walk off, then we can deal with it.
Okay, what is the reason why I'm getting off the plane?
They're a private company and they're allowed to deny you service on their airline.
Okay, can I get the reason why they are denying me service?
They don't have to have a reason.
So they can just throw me off?
Yeah, pretty much.
Are you serious?
Yep. They're a private company. They're a private company.
Any private company can do that?
Yep.
So breathe. I'm getting like, can I have some water? I thought you guys were gonna bring me some water.
No.
Okay.
So
I'll wait here for the water. I'll just keep coloring.
Ma'am, you need to stand up and get off the plane, or every single person's going to get off of this plane. And we will deal with you.
You're gonna deal with me if I don't get off the plane?
Yeah.
You're gonna deal with me? What does that mean? Like you're gonna kill me? You're gonna like deport me? Like my family is from Portugal? Like that's not okay.
I have no reason
I'm a U.S. citizen, and I'm white, or maybe I'm black. I don't know. But this is just a tattoo. See, I am human too.
Okay.
Mic drop.
Okay.
I'm gonna be the first female.
Can we deboard the plane, please? Walk off. I'm not doing this with a plane full of people.
Again, I'm your captain here. Obviously, you can tell we have a passenger.
I'm not doing this with a plane full of people.
Quiet manner. All the way off. Go in the back. But the only option we have coming before us, if we can't get the lady to help us move on, is for the whole plane to deplane.
Oh,
and then we'll get all our stuff and get out. So.
This is my fourth rescheduled flight. Please don't do this. Get out. I was supposed to go home on Sunday.
I'll just take care of this. Respectfully.
The water? You're telling me not to have water.
Hotel 5 still shows door unlocked. May I resecure it, or do you still need it open?
And everyone was minding their own business until it became their business.
What are these? Hold on, there's more. Look at these. What the heck happened out here? What is happening outside my house?
This is exactly when you need a camera.
Guys, we need to get out of here. It's coming right at us.
Oh my god. Okay, we need to sit down in the boat. We need to get out of here. It is probably under us.
That's dangerous, guys.
This is really dangerous. I'm scared.
We might need to go out deeper. Deeper? Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh, it's right under.
Wow.
You guys getting this?
Yes. Let's get out of here. It was definitely looking at us.
Oh my god. Oh, please don't attack us.
Please, for the love of God.
So, did you guys get that on video?
Dude, it's right there. They're both right under us.
You still think I did?
Yes.
Oh, please don't do anything. Oh,
Go,
it's
go,
right.
go, go. Quick, quick. It's right under us. It's right under us. Go.
We're trying to attack it.
Nope. Go, quick.
Good thing to know, our cats have never killed humans outside of captivity. Is that hereditary? And that, my friend, was a strobe UFO rocket.
You're telling me we don't know what the hell these drones are in New Jersey are? Is that correct?
That's right.
It's crazy. I mean, that's crazy. That's madness that we don't know what these drones are.
What is going on in New Jersey?
So, sir, the FBI and our Newark field office, along with the state and local partners there, the Bureau is actively investigating the situation you mentioned, just the unexplained sighting of drone activity over that part of New Jersey, including proximity to sensitive sites and areas of concern. So we do not attribute that to an individual or a group yet. We're investigating, but I don't have an answer of who's responsible for that, of one or more people that are responsible for those drone flights. But we're actively investigating. It is concerning.
Is the public at risk? Is public safety at risk? Are we concerned that there are nefarious intentions that could cause either national security or a public safety incident that would put Americans at risk?
There's nothing that is known that would lead me to say that, but we just don't know, and that's the concerning part.
Are you really gonna believe them? That ring camera, guys, just nailed it.
Gusto boleh tak? Bispar mo! Natin pero ka video! Alinti dulu ni vibrate yun. Sakit kita na sa may ano? Parang nakakunin.
And that volcano erupted in the Philippines on December 9 at 3:03 p.m., reaching a height of 3,000 meters. A lot of threes.
Lady Gaga.
with her new song, Disease. That is the opening scene. Have a closer look. Expand to the side, mark everything, and copy and paste this to this side. Mirror it horizontally. Flip everything upside down. Here we are in GIMP, and now have a closer look at the colors. You see that there is something going on, right? So we need to put everything inside this. Just let me speed up this a little bit.
First one, let's take this one, drag a little bit down, and the next one step up. Here we go, and the next one, bottom, go, yeah, right, close, good. Let's go down, up, and here at the bottom, so to the right side, and you can see, and here, up, this side, up, again, down a little bit, no, don't see the change, right? Nice, up, here we go, yeah, there we go, a little bit down, more down, to the bottom, here, switch up a little bit, here, to the bottom, top side, let's go drag this down.
There we go. This looks like a gate now with a creature inside the gate. And if you have a close look to the left side, no signal. And at the top it tells you bad signal. So the higher you go into the cone shape, the better the signal is there. And this reminds me to the knowledge of the cone. Here where Jay-Z and Beyonce are standing in front of.
Don't ask me how we got there, but we got there. Wow, that's actually sick.
Some that, according to your Andromedan sources, there are 3 groups of extraterrestrials who are involved in very distressing agendas here on Earth. One is the renegade grayskin Zeta Reticulans. Another is the Giza intelligence, formerly of the Pleiades. And a third is the reptilians from Alpha Draconis. Is there another?
Yes.
Okay.
There's the Orion group as well, and there's 141 of them here. And they're from Ursa Minor, Ursa Major, Rigel, and Betelgeuse, from that particular group, that particular area of the star system. There are a lot of agendas here, hidden agendas. And you have to understand that some of the races, for example, the Draconians themselves did not evolve as a life form in our universe. They were dumped here. They were brought here because they're just a pain. They're incredibly smart, they're incredibly psychic, they're incredible builders, but they're bullies. Their whole thing is control, domination. And because there's no race in our universe that can really beat them up and wipe them out, they don't have to choose light or dark. They're just where they are. And they've chosen the opposite polarity. They're a tough bunch. They've manipulated a lot of civilizations throughout our galaxy. They're also responsible for the 600,000-year war, which almost annihilated the human species in our galaxy. And they show very little remorse about it. Hopefully they'll be leaving soon. But the others are life forms that have evolved, like the Orions. The Orion group has been genetically manipulated and have been deeply entrenched in Draconian belief systems. So they're carrying that energy or that torch for whatever their agendas are, as well as their own agendas. Okay? The Reticulant, the Greys have been controlled and manipulated by the Orion group. So there is a system, a class system here that's been established. And this is very common in the non-benevolent or regressive extraterrestrial structures, where there's a class system of workers, warriors, administrative or priests, and then the hierarchy, the royalty. And the lower you are, the worse you're treated. We have a history of that here on our planet as well. Right. You know, and we've been taught this by the aliens themselves.
Right.
And the Pleiadians very much were part of that as well. For a time, they were very much in that belief system.
Well, let's focus for a while on the renegade Zeta Reticulans. The agenda of the grayskin Zeta Reticulans.
Okay. Number one, I would like to say that, there's a lot of confusion that not all Reticulans are evil. There are some Reticulans that are incredible healers, that are incredibly benevolent. Unfortunately, most of them are getting a bad rap right now because of what the Greys are doing. And there are 5 different subspecies of Greys.
May I interject here for a moment? I've heard the phrase long-nosed Grey describing the physical characteristics.
Those are not the benevolent Reticulans.
Okay.
The benevolent Reticulans look like children.
So the non-benevolent ones are the long-nosed Greys?
That's correct.
That's what I thought.
That's correct. And there's a lot of information That's being some people are experiencing real benevolent experiences with them, or they're told that they're experiencing benevolent, when in fact they really haven't. They just maybe haven't been regressed or taken deeply into their subconscious to know what is happening. They're incredible masters of mind manipulation. But anyway, their race is dying. They have been so genetically altered by the Orion group that they cannot reproduce. So they were told by the Orion group to come down in here, to come in here, this is how it's been related to me, to come in here and set the stage, to break down the social structures so that when the Orion group and the Draconans come back, there are two classes, royalty and workers, which is exactly what they're doing.
You can see that agenda happening right in the United States since the beginning of the Reagan administration.
This is where the focus has been. It's been on the United States, singly. And there's been a reason for that, which we'll cover in just a little bit, and let me get my thoughts out here. Which is exactly what the Greys have been told to do. And they're doing it. In the meantime, they themselves have their own agenda. They see us, because of our genetic stock, of having the DNA of 22 different races, and the racial memories, of trying to breed, to cross the genetic bridge, so that they as a race can have enough genetic stock to continue to propagate their race, which according to the Andromedans, they're destined for extinction. What they're doing is not going to have any long-term effects to propagate their race. So they're desperately trying to do what it is that they're trying to do before all the other two groups get here. The Greys also themselves want to be free from the manipulation of the Orion group, just like we as a race want to be free of their manipulation. So there's this incredible triangle of crap that's hanging all over us, you know, and all these hidden agendas and just brainwashing and bizarre belief systems that are being thrown at us, you know, when they should all leave. Not only the good ones and the bad ones, they should all just leave and leave us alone, which is ultimately what the Andromedans want. But unfortunately, that isn't going to happen right now, not until some changes occur.
We have to begin to raise our consciousness.
Right, we need to. Right. And the first thing we need to do is we need to stop warring with each other. We need to come together as a race, and no matter what happens, we need to stop all of the political garbage and say, look, when it comes down to the bottom line, all we have is each other as a race, period. And this is our planet, this is our home, and there's enough of us that are polluting the planet that we need to stop. Because if we don't stop polluting the planet, Rick, we're not going to have a place to live, period.
And you know what? Let's marinate on it.
Turn the car on. Turn the car on. Turn the car on.
He ran out of gas.
You put gas in the truck? Shh.
No way. No.
Turn on the light. Turn on.
No way. No way. No way. No.
Okay, move.
This is not my car.
Okay. Okay, go to the next car.
Turn it off.
He did.
No, it's still on.
Oh, it's still on. Okay.
Still on. Might need to like stop.
Oh my God. No way!
This is my car. No, that's not my car. It's still on. Someone needs to turn that car off.
And that's, guys, a mystery that you have to ask to your dealership.
So if you think you have spirits, just walk around with your iPhone on, and you'll catch more than you could ever believe. Here, I'm called an a-hole, and then something about being dad or dead. Now, when you see me write something, go back and listen a few times. You'll hear it.
Should we guys try tonight? And that is Mother Nature like you never seen before.
She told the truth about what he did to his first wife.
To know the whole jaw was dirty, go get Mary, go get her son, and go get her niece. And after that, he did that with Mary's son, trying to son. Next thing he knows, she started trying to move away. Mary divorced Steve. That's why.
And what he was doing with his new wife. Say,
oh gosh. I can't feel sorry for her the way she let Winter grow up without his mother. I can't feel sorry for her because you let Steve Winton and you covered it up. I can't feel sorry for you because you helped Steve take Winton away from Mary.
And that daughter that he up to Diddy and Diddy's son.
Oh, jeez.
Lori was once actually linked to Diddy's son, Justin.
Okay.
Okay, so they were together.
That's 49-year-old P. Diddy with his hand on his girlfriend's belly. Now, that is 22-year-old Lori Harvey. They're in Cabo. She's, of course, talk show host Steve Harvey's stepdaughter. People are talking about maybe she could be pregnant. You know, he's rubbing her belly a little bit. But
I think people will finally maybe be able to really get the gravity that this is not entertainment.
This is what I told this boy who came to take my daughter out. I said, listen to me, son. Whatever you do to her, I'm going to do to you. They're going to have a nice time.
That's graphic.
It's sponsored of humanity. They are taking all of these evil things and dressing them up in pretty things and getting you to be okay with watching them destroy humanity.
Shout out to her for spilling the beans and keeping it real.
Everybody that went to Genghis Khan's funeral was murdered. No one knows where Genghis Khan is buried. Marco Polo tells that 2,000 slaves attended his funeral, were killed by the soldiers sent to guard them, and that these soldiers in turn were killed by another group of soldiers which killed anyone and anything that crossed their path in order to conceal where he was buried. Finally, legend states that when they reached their destination, they committed suicide. No one will ever know.
Was the Godfather before the Godfather?
Out of time, on the move, coming back this way. Dancing and looking and directing traffic, and look at the length of this play. Murray to the 10, to the 5, and he's going to convert it. That's unbelievable.
And Auntie got some moves.
I actually can't find it. Keep going. You have to keep going. You have to find it. It's your phone.
And that's a foul, fam. Sometimes you're just gonna have to take the L. And that's a wrap on this little recap, fool. I hope you enjoyed it. If so, don't forget to hit and smash the like button for me. Smash the subscribe button, be part of the family. Remember, stay woke, and I'll catch you next time.